What's up, guys? You guys loved the last skateboarding tutorial that Cameron did with you guys, so we decided we're going to do another one. So what are we learning today, Cameron?
Today, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do an ollie.
Alright, well, he said it. Let's do it.
In this tutorial, we will make your ollies go from looking like this to looking like this. Alright guys, so before we get into the steps, you got to make sure you're nice and comfortable on your board, before you start ollieing, and that will definitely help a ton. It is not 100% necessary, but it would be good to have to be able to get pivots and stuff like that on your board. Alright guys, so the first step to learning how to ollie is finding a nice clean spot to skate where there is no debris or anything on the floor that you can trip over when skating. Alright, so the second step is foot placement. Alright, so if this is your board, you're going to want to have your front foot somewhere a little below those bolts. It can really be anywhere, and have your back foot kind of hang off a little bit here. And then with your other foot, you're going to want to have it somewhere on this back tail. It doesn't really matter where, but wherever you feel comfortable. And that's the foot placement for the ollie. Alright guys, so the third step is to actually learn what an ollie is and how to do it. Alright guys, so when you are getting into that ollie stance and you have your positioning right, you're going to want to pop down with your back foot. You're going to want to pop is basically, if this is your foot, you basically want your ankle to quickly rotate like this and then jump off the board to where this back tail pops off the ground, and then that's what creates your board to go up like this. So you're gonna wanna pop that back foot, and then right when you pop your back foot, you're gonna wait a second, and then you're gonna wanna slide your front foot up the board to even the board out in the air. So it should look something like this when you do your ollie. Alright guys, now I'm gonna show you slow motion of what that will look like. Alright guys, now I'm going to address some common problems that beginner skaters make when trying to attempt an ollie. Alright, so some skaters, they have problems popping the board up, and the ollies tend to look something like this. If that is you, then what you probably want to do is you probably want to focus on that pop more and just popping that leg down, and just try to practice doing this over and over again for 5 minutes. And see if you can pop higher and higher, and that will probably help you. Alright, so another problem some skaters have is when they're in the air and they're supposed to slide this foot up, the foot just slides a little bit, and it mostly just bends over like this, causing something to look like this. And you can fix that by practicing sliding your foot up and getting that muscle memory built in, so it'll just automatically do its thing when you jump in the air to do an ollie. Alright guys, one of the last problems that skaters have is their weight distribution. Sometimes skaters have too much weight on their front foot or their back foot, so I'm going to explain the weight process when you're doing an ollie. So when you start your ollie, you're going to want to have more weight on your front foot than your back foot. Then at one moment, transfer all to your back foot, slide your foot, and then transfer the weight to your front foot. Another problem I see with a lot of new skaters, and I had myself, was I wasn't bending my knees enough on the jump. When you jump to do an ollie, I see a lot of skaters try to do this, and it doesn't work because they don't jump high enough. They don't even jump, they just do something like that. So you got to make sure when you do your ollie, you squat down and then thrust up to cause that board to go up once you pop your back leg. Alright guys, so a problem I was having when I was first learning ollies was that when I jumped, the board would come up like this, and it would go pretty high, but it wouldn't even out. So what a couple guys told me at the skate park, and what I kind of, assumed to myself was that you gotta imagine in your mind that your front foot has to hit the ground first. So this front wheel, when you come up, this front wheel will hit first. So when you do your ollie, try to imagine your front wheels hitting the ground before your back. And that helped me a ton just learning that. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. It's a little uneven, but it helps get that process in your mind of evening out in the air. Alright guys, the last and final tip I have for you skaters is to, when you go to do your ollie, if you are really struggling and none of these tips have helped you, try just staring at the front nose of the board. Just stare at that point on the board when you do your ollie, and actually that helps my ollie a lot even right now. So when I look at the front of the board, my ollies usually tend to be pretty good, and I feel that is a good step in getting your ollies better. Alright guys, that is all for today's tutorial. Make sure to leave a comment or a like if I helped you get a higher or your first ollie, and make sure to comment what tutorial you want to see next. And send us a DM on Instagram of your ollie video, and I will give you personal help on your progression. And see you next week on Troubleshooting.